morning and happy Wednesday. Hope you guys can see me okay because it is still kind of dark out. I am up and out of the house way earlier today than normal. I'm usually still like half asleep by now, but I've been up since about 6:15. I have to be at work at 7:30 today instead of 8. So up nice and early. I am tired, but shockingly not as tired as I expected. We went and laid down pretty early last night because Tim is sick still, but he had a really great night's sleep last night, so I'm hoping that means he's on like the tail end of whatever this was. Definitely not like the flu, definitely not COVID. He's not like sick enough for the flu, doesn't have a fever, doesn't have chills, doesn't have anything like that. And he's had COVID a handful of times, and it's just not the same cough or symptoms. I think he just has a nasty cold that I had a few weeks ago. But man, is it bad timing because he started his new job this week, and so that's been a little bit stressful. But I think he's on the up and up, so. Oh, and also he wanted to say thank you for all of the sweet comments on our last video, or my last video, where he popped in and showed his beard trim. He said thank you, so that was very nice. But today is Wednesday, and I can't lie, I'm a little bit discouraged. I'm still stuck at between these few pounds, and I don't know. I started counting my calories this week, and I'm definitely eating less than I'm burning, so you know that's good. But for some reason the weight is just like not budging. I think my body, I remember this happening when I had my surgery done in 2017. My body just like gets to this weight, and I feel like it just gets comfortable, and it's like, okay, there's no need to lose anything else. Like, so the lowest I've gotten was 209, and that was like a week and a half ago now. But that happened over a weekend where I really only ate like 2 meals and a handful of snacks rather than my like 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, which is what I primarily eat during the week. During the weekend I always eat less just because I'm running around actually like doing errands or you know, whatever. So I got down to 209 that weekend, and then once I started having my 3 meals a day, you know, it went back up. It didn't go back up like crazy, but the highest it's gone back up is 213, and then I've been sitting around 211, between 211 and like 210 for the last, I don't know, what feels like a week now. And like I came on here, I think it was on one of my weekend videos where I was like, yeah, I'm in the gym, I'm like eating, you know, perfectly again, and I can already see the difference because I'm down to like 209, which obviously was like all the bloat coming off and everything, and like I did just get over my period like 4 days ago or so, 4 days ago. So like, you know, obviously hormones and bloating and all this stuff, but like I've been going to the gym probably, I would say at least 5 days a week for the last, I think this is the 3rd week. And like I'm eating less than what I'm burning. And like I'm still stuck. My body, I just don't know what else to do to kick my body into like overdrive. And I know there's going to be a handful of people on here that are like, see, this is why you need to up your medication. I'm planning on it. Like I said, I have a few boxes left of the 5 milligrams, and technically right now Tim and I don't even have insurance because he was at this new job. He was supposed to get it immediately on Monday, but there was issues with something with his onboarding, so he wasn't able to. So we technically don't even have insurance right now, which is stressing me out. But hopefully today, now that everything's situated, he'll be able to, pick the plan and, do all of that. But then I also need to get United to then, get the insurance processed and then do my whatever I have to do for prior authorization for them, and hope that they cover my Mounjaro. So I'm going to bump up to the 7.5, but also that shouldn't be the only reason I'm losing weight. That's just an aid. That's not the reason why I'm losing weight. The reason I lost all of that weight by 96 pounds or 95 pounds, whatever I'm at now, was because I completely changed my lifestyle. I completely cut out junk food. I completely changed the way I was consuming food. That is what made me lose the weight. The Mounjaro just aided in my ability to mentally be able to do it, and helped me with my blood sugar, so that I wasn't constantly spiking and dropping and spiking and dropping and everything. And obviously helped with the food noise, which the 5 milligrams is still doing all of that. So it has nothing, at this point, it has nothing to do with the medication. Like I said, I'm gonna finish out my 2 boxes of the 5 because that's wasteful if I don't. And once my United is up and running and hopefully they accept my prior authorization and all that crap, like I'm getting on the 7.5. But I'm doing, if anything, I'm doing more now than I was doing before, with going to the gym and all of that. And I know muscle weighs more than fat and blah blah blah, but this is not muscle. It's not, I don't know, my body, it just does this. It gets comfortable, and then it feels impossible to budge again. That's why I started the gym, because I was like, okay, I need a push. My body just needs that little extra, hey, we're ready to continue this. But I've been going, and every time I go, I have a schedule. I go Monday through Saturday, basically. There's been a few times where I haven't gone once during the week or something, but every time I go, I'm there for a minimum of an hour. I don't really know what else to do. I'm not doing anything different food-wise, really. So I know I've been eating within the proper calories. I don't really know what else could be causing the scale to just not move. It just feels a little frustrating. I feel like I hit my peak already with the weight loss, and now I'm back to struggling again. I guess part of me is okay, if you never got below 211, that number on the scale, would you be happy? Yes and no. I am so much happier, obviously, with how I look right now, but I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. But I feel amazing. I feel like I could do anything. One thing I will say, from going to the gym and starting to lift weights and all that stuff, I've realized just how much strength and muscle I have lost while losing weight, because I did not exercise. Yes, I walked, but I did not actually exercise or do anything to help me build muscle the entire time I was losing the majority of my weight. And that's one thing my doctor told me from the beginning is hey, with losing weight, you really need to focus on weight training, because your body will not difference between the fat and the muscle, and while you're losing weight, especially this rapidly, you're going to lose both. And I, for whatever reason, I just didn't like listen to that weight training like side of exercising, and I think he was right, because when I tell you I feel so weak in the gym, I always prided myself on like being a bigger girl, but like being strong. Like I've always been very strong, and I still think that I'm strong, but like now in the gym I just feel so incredibly weak. So a little discouraging, just because I feel like I'm doing everything right and like the scale still is not moving, and I know like the number on the scale doesn't mean anything, and like go by how you feel and blah blah blah, but like it does mean something. And I am like frustrated that I have slowed down and plateaued as much as I have, even though I feel like I'm doing everything correctly. And like I don't want the only reason I'm losing weight to be because of a medication. I am so incredibly thankful for this medication, and for the boost that it has given me, and the ability to be able to make decisions, like proper decisions for myself, and the fact that it's obviously helped with my type 2 diabetes and just like everything. But like I also put in all of the work as well, and to think that the only reason I've lost weight is because of a medication, like feels like I'm taking away from everything that I have done as Trisha, not as Mounjaro, to help me in losing this weight, because there are so many people who are on the 15 milligrams who don't lose anything, and that's because they haven't changed anything else other than taking the medicine. So it goes hand in hand, and I am more than okay with obviously taking a medication that's going to help me on this journey. But I don't want it to be the only reason that I am losing weight. Like, it's science. Eating less than you're burning, like it's literally science. Like that's how you lose weight. You burn more than you intake, and I'm doing that, and the scale just still is not budging. So I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. So just feeling a tiny bit discouraged about it. It's not going to stop me from continuing, and like who knows, maybe I'm losing inches instead of like weight right now, and blah 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 from the gym, and you know, I'm just a little frustrated, you know, because I don't want to starve myself. Like I don't want to drop down to eating like 1,400 calories or something like that in order for the scale to start moving again. Like, the only thing I will say that I have been doing differently the last handful of months is I'm having an actual breakfast. I have never, ever, ever been a breakfast person, ever. But over the last few months, I have been eating, instead of like my apple and cheese stick, like and my eggs, like my hard-boiled eggs or whatever that I did for like a really long time, or like my cottage cheese and pineapple, I'm having like an actual breakfast. So like eggs with a bunch of things inside, with like mushroom, turkey sausage, spinach, peppers, onions, like things like that, and like 2 pieces of bacon. Like I'm having an actual breakfast instead of just like a snack, I guess you could say. I don't know. So I don't know if like, I don't know. Usually I would eat at like 10 o'clock, not because of any specific like, oh, I don't want to eat in the morning. It's just because I never usually am hungry in the mornings. But with eating breakfast, I always ate a little bit earlier, so I would eat around like 9 or 9:30. And then obviously that's like the first meal of the day, and then I eat again at 12, and then a snack at 3, and then, you know, whenever I would eat like dinner or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go back. Like today, I brought my peanut butter and apples and cheese stick. So maybe I'll just have that at 10 like I normally would. I don't know. Like I said, just feeling a little discouraged. I'm trying my best, and I think that's the thing that makes me go like, ugh, I'm not seeing progress, because I am trying my best. So it's just a little disheartening, but I feel good, and that's what I need to focus on. So let's kick this plateau's ass and get the scale moving again.